First step is to form the base of the lamp, we're going to do a magic loop. So I'm going to start that just here. I tend to start a magic loop with a kind of slip stitch. I find that gives me an easier loop to work into. It's less likely to come undone and makes it really easy to weave in at the end. For Aran weight yarn, we use around about a 5mm hook. That's an H hook in US terms. But because I want this to be fairly firm and rigid, I'm going to be using an F hook, which is a 3.75mm hook. Because I'm using a hook that is a bit smaller for the yarn, I like one that has quite a pointy tip like this one. So I'm going to start by, let's move the instructions down, working one chain to move up around, and then I'm going to work 6 double crochets in UK terms or single crochets in US terms into the magic loop. It's a fairly traditional start for a circle shaped motif, which this will be. 1, 2, and then we're going to tighten the magic loop so that we can join it. We're now near the first stitch, which is there, and I'm going to slip stitch into that first stitch to close the loop. I'm just going to go through one loop of that because I think it's easier to do that when you're working in a lighter weight yarn rather than trying to go under both loops of the stitch, and either way works to close it. I'm not working spiral method in this. I actually found it sits a little bit flatter if I work in concentric circles, so I'm working a chain to go up for the start of the next round, round 2, and then I'll be working 2 UK double crochets or US single crochets into each stitch. And it's fine with this if you prefer to make the V-shaped stitch or the X-shaped stitch. I think the difference is whether you put the yarn over or the yarn under the hook. Nine, 10, 11, 12, yes. Always like to check, especially when I'm chatting. So that's the second round complete there. For round 3, you can probably guess if you've ever made amigurumi or worked a flat circle in crochet before, I'm going to work another chain again, as I'm not working spiral method, and then I'll be working 1 double crochet in here, the same stitch, and then I'll be working 2 double crochet in the next stitch. And then I'm going to repeat the alternate single stitch and then 2 stitches to increase as I go around. So 2. (15, 16, 17, 18), perfect. So now we're going to work in work round 4. So again, I'm moving up by a chain, and this time I'm going to work with 2 double crochets first. This helps to make it a little bit rounder. In the previous round I worked an individual double crochet, and then I'm going to work the individual ones twice into the next 2 stitches. It means the increases are not all in the same place. I should have 24, but I can see from the shape of it now that it's working out just right. So I'm going to slip stitch in that first stitch there, and I'm increasing like you would for any kind of circle here, by spacing out the increases by one more stitch each round. So here we are on round 5, and I'm going to work 3 double crochets,
and then an increase in the next stitch, and repeat all the way round.
and so now I'm going to stop increasing and just work a stitch into each stitch. So again, continuing with the UK double crochets, US single crochets, and this will help to curve the edge of the lamp up. So row 6, I'm just continuing.
Working one stitch in each stitch of the previous row.
There we go, yeah, that's just the join. So I'm going to slip stitch in there, and the next one is where I actually make the shape of the lamp, because the oil lamps tend to have a little V-shaped bit on one side, so they're more this shape. Now obviously I could shape it like that with my hand, but it actually looks nicer if I shape it like that by increasing the length of some of the stitches. So this is where I will mention all of the stitches in both UK and US terms as I work through it. Just going to unravel some more yarn. It looks like that ball of yarn at some point got tangled up with all the others, and I can't see where the centre pull is anymore. It does make life easier to have a centre pull. So I'm going to work round until I've only got 3 stitches left. And then I will increase the length of some of those stitches to create the kind of pointy open end of the lamp where the wick is balanced. So I'm going to work a UK half treble or a US half double in the first stitch, and then I'm going to work a treble, UK treble or US double crochet, and then I'm going to work a picot of 4 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, and slip stitch there back into the back bump of the first of those stitches. And now I'm going to work a UK treble again, US double, and then the UK half double, half treble or US half double. I've got myself in a muddle there, and slip stitch back, and that gives the shaping there to the lamp. And then I can fasten off the main colour yarn. So that's the lamp there. I'm going to be working the flame now, so I'm going to move the instructions up. Yeah, okay, so through the treble stitches, I need to maybe add a picture to the pattern, because if I'm finding that difficult to do, other people are going to be as well. It made so much sense to me after I'd done it the first time and was writing the pattern up. And then hook it like that. So yeah, that will lie nice and flat now inside the lamp. I couldn't work out how I'd done that. So that's the wick of the lamp that would normally draw up the oil. So I'm going to attach that in the picot. So I've worked 2 chains there, a treble, that's a US double, another P4, 1, 2, 3, 4 chains, and slip stitch in the back loop. Another UK treble there. Then 2 chains back here, and that will be the flame of my lamp.